What's up, Cancer? Welcome to Max's Tarot. This is your teen love reading. It is for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and whatever else you have Cancer. If the message doesn't resonate with you, your Moon and Rising be different than Cancer. Okay, so you take some of what does resonate with you and go and watch the videos for your Moon and Rising, and then try to piece the message together. Now, that sounds like a lot of work, right? So if you just want to know what's going on in your love life or what the future holds, please get a tarot card reading from me or someone else. But that will get you to the peace of mind that you're looking for when it comes to your situation, okay? Because there are going to be times when one tarot card reader is going to say something about your sign for the same amount of period, but then you find like three others that have something different to say, and then you just don't know which one to, trust is your message. So yeah, go to maxestarot.com and book your personal reading. All right. Thanks so much for all of you who already purchased a reading, and also subscribers and people who have liked the videos. If you haven't so yet, please hit like, please subscribe, and leave me comments. I read all of your comments, you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. And happy Thanksgiving in advance to a lot of you guys who live in the United States, and to all of you who are in the world out there, beautiful nations of the world. Then have a great year, okay? So here we go, dear universe. Please provide a clear reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. What's in store for Cancer? What's in store for Cancer? Oh, so someone is waiting to hear from somebody at a distance, patiently waiting, or waiting for someone to enter their lives. All right. You may already have your eye on a particular person, or they have an eye on you, Cancer. But they're not making any moves, or you're not making any moves. Okay, here we go. Oh, another card. That is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So that speaks to someone who is not feeling very comfortable being single. They're not feeling their best. They're not feeling very stable. For them, being single right now is just torture. Okay, and they are pretty much dying to be in a relationship, dying to have their own person. All right, here we go, Cancer. And the bottom of the deck energy is in the reverse. They're on view, yeah. All right, Cancer. By the way, the North Node is moving into your sign in early birth. I believe if it's not the 7th, then it's the 18th of her, which means you're going to be going through 18 months of a little bit of a heavy energy, okay? It's not going to affect all of you negatively. The North Node is about karma. It's about undealt issues. So it's like the universe bringing you back to situations that have been hard for you to deal with in the past, and to have them and to have you work through them. Okay, so Cancer and Capricorn will be getting, that is the North Node, pretty much change from Leo. Leo is gonna finally, I'm a Leo, kind of getting some relief from that energy. It's been pretty tough for a lot of Leo for the past 2 years. So for you, Cancer, prepare yourself for what will be on the way to you, okay? So I highly advise you to start preparing by maybe getting more exercise. That's definitely going to be helping boost your levels of happiness. Eat healthy. Take care of yourself. Eat better, Cancer, because for Leo, it was rough as hell in Aquarius. Oh my God, it's been, I don't know, I probably lost pounds in just the past year. And I'm not very proud of it, because one person can look too thin, okay? And so I'm trying to eat better. So it's all the stress from that energy. So please take care of yourself, Cancer, and also for Capricorns who may be watching, because those are your polar opposites. It's going to be very important, okay? But it's going to be rewarding at the same time. You're going to be revisiting old issues, meeting up perhaps with people from your past they're going to enter, and it's going to be a new chance for you to make things right, or for them to make things right. Okay, so in the most recent past, or the current energies that you'll be dealing with, Cancer, you received a message. Okay, you received communication. You were waiting for someone to get back to you. You have almost given up on this connection. At this point, maybe if that communication came in, but it wasn't steady, then it's pretty much that you've given up on it and you're no longer waiting around for it. But for some of you who are about to give up, it may be that this communication was just what you needed to hear in order for you to have more peace of mind, and then, be able to enjoy life more, be able to maybe even have a reconciliation with an individual. Okay, Cancer? Some of you have been dealing with a Gemini. I also see the sign of Aries, and the person also have Gemini as their moon and rising, or in their chart, Venus or Jupiter. But because I do see a lot of air energy here. But yes, this was either you delivered the message to someone or they delivered the message to you. And it may not have been a very pleasant thing that you wanted to hear. It maybe came very abruptly. It's like almost like someone shook you from your shoulders and were like, "What are you doing?" Or like, "Hey, I'm here," or like, "What the hell?" That's how it feels to me. It had been an argument or an interaction with the individual that helped bring closure to you, was in a way able to put you back into the path of healing. Okay. And it's 2 nines in the reverse. So it definitely tells me that it was some sort of ending of a cycle. All right. And that, this Knight of Swords had to rush in and communicate something to you in order for this cycle to come to an end. Again, it could have been someone contacting you, wanting answers, wanting clarity, and you got what you wanted. And so that releases you from this eternal torture that you have going on in your mind, with racing thoughts and, just feeling pretty down about yourself or the situation or your life. So you got that clarity. It wasn't pretty to hear it, but it has brought relief. Okay, so that's really awesome, Cancer. For some of you, this will be on the way. Okay, for some of you, you were waiting on a Gemini individual or an air individual to come back into your life. You were thinking about this person. You kind of gave up on this person coming back, but then boom, they show up. This person does have challenges with communication, though. I gotta say, they might not be the most tactful. They not be the most consistent when it comes to communication. It be that a lot of times the communication that you have with this individual ends up in some sort of petty fights or some disagreements. Regardless, you were waiting for this person to return, and now they are back into your life, and so you're ready to move on to the next chapter with them. That to me sounds awesome. So I really hope it's happened for you, Cancer. Before I move into the month of November, I just want to say that your over monthly and mid reading is in the video section. So make sure that you watch those videos, because the monthly energy, the monthly reading is the monthly energy. It's not a just because you finish watching it doesn't mean those energies have stopped progressing. It's actually those energies are still at play. So go back and review the videos for, okay, and see how much things have improved or not improved or remain the same, okay, up until this point. So King of Wands this is a fire individual, could be an Aries individual, could be a Leo or Sagittarius too. This is someone who's very passionate, very creative, but they also tend to isolate themselves a little bit, or they keep themselves at a distance when it comes to the love that they feel, because they are very much in control of their passions. They're in control of their emotions. And when you're in control of who you are, when you're very confident about what you are and what you have to offer, You're not necessarily, acting all needy or clingy. This person is very confident. And so if they say, hey, I can't hang out with you tonight because I have plans, they still love you in their heart, but they're also very aware that they need to set boundaries. Okay, so you'll be dealing with someone like this, dear Cancer, or you have taken on this energy where, you feel deeply for an individual, but at the same time, you also want your own freedom and independence. And, you are drawing the boundary there. Now, just be careful, because if you use this energy too much, and let's say that the other person is more of someone who really likes to be with their person, you be isolating them, and then that brings a whole different set of problems. Okay, where you think you are loving yourself and taking care of yourself and having your own freedom, but if you are neglecting someone in the process of you doing this, then you will lead to situations where the other person not feel happy. Okay, and then they leave, and then you're like, wait, why did they leave? I was being total confident. I was a healthy partner. So yeah, be very careful with this energy. Be a combination of the King of Wands and also the King of Cups, which is very in control of your emotions, but also very in touch with your emotions and your feelings. Now, I also see two individuals here. Oh God. Some of you Cancers are dealing with two people. Okay, they are both very similar. One of them be from your past, and now you're trying to you're gonna have to try in the month of October to decide who is going to be the person that you're gonna keep. I think I'm feeling here that one of the individuals has an upper hand in the situation here. One makes you feel more comfortable than the other. Could be this King of Wands, this fire sign. For some of you, maybe an individual coming back from your past here with the Six of Cups, someone that you may end up having a reconciliation with. But it could be that while this individual is entering your life, there is someone else that you were already dealing with. And now you're being put in a position of having to make a very important decision with regards to love. Because we have two sixes here. These two cards are connected. It's past love, or if it wasn't in this present life, it have been in another life. But these two cards are very tightly connected to say that there is someone who will be returning. They're coming now to really sweep you off your feet. Okay, you may have been in the past, they played it very cool or very distant, but now there's a certain amount of urgency on their part to just charge forward and, like I said, sweep you off your feet. Okay, they're like, finally, I have arrived, and this is something that you were waiting on, something that kept you up at night. Are they really gonna come to me or not? Some of you were already pretty much almost over this person or about to give up on the connection. And I think that's why you're having this reconciliation with them. So you have two cards for reconciliation, you have two individuals, and you have a decision to make. Yeah. And I'm going to pull more cards to clarify this, Cancer. With the Four of Cups in the reverse, the Four of Cups is a card that, honestly, other tarot card readers have a tough time really making something out of it, because it could go in so many different ways. In the upright position, this card be meaning that you are being unaware that a situation is coming your way, that a love offer is coming your way. It's like you haven't opened up your eyes to this new opportunity. In other readings, this be someone who be in a three-party situation here with the Three Cups, and they're like wanting to deal with this love triangle without knowing that maybe they need to let go of the love triangle and start seeing what other opportunities out there. This is someone also who's bored with the connection. Okay, they need to have a new dosage of passion in order for them to take advantage of the love that is coming their way or is being offered to them. But it's in the reverse. So some readers say, well, that means that now you are open to the connection. Now you can see the connection. Now you're no longer going to feel bored. And I've interpreted this card the same way in the past. But in this reading, I feel like the person who will be returning into your life was in love with you or have been in love with you. You have had communication problems. There have not been a lot of communication going on. Now you are reconnecting. And it could be that now the two of you are seeing the potential. The two of you can recognize the meaning of what the two of you have or had. If it's a new person, it's someone that you were very interested in and they finally made an offer, and you're very glad that they were able to make that offer to you because you have been waiting for them to come around. It had been a crush that you had for a long time. Someone from your childhood, your high school sweetheart, someone from college. But I'm going to pull more cards to clarify or to provide more insight. Dear universe, please provide more insight to this reading for Cancer. Please. What is going on here, please? Cancer in love. Okay. I'm actually going to pull a card on this, all right? I don't usually do that. I did it for Leo, but I'm just curious because my Venus is in Cancer, so. And you have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So yes, I feel that this connection had been once where either the other person or you broke up with them, but someone felt that they were put out in the cold. Someone felt like the rug was, how do you say it? The rug was pulled from underneath them. Okay. This led to, there was still love in this connection. Power of Swords in the reverse. I really love this tarot deck. It's called the Sinking Wasteland because it shows people of the same sex, and they also show heterosexual people. I really like that. Anyway, so yeah, in the past, I feel like in the past this person had issues with commitment. You had issues with commitment. Could have been either or. You were waiting to hear from this person and they suddenly come forward, and this brings the relief from that pain and torture that had been created by this separation, by this breakup. So the person is returning here, right? Someone is coming back for sure. And here's then you could be dealing with a Sagittarius Cancer. Fire and fire, Sagittarius and Aries. So in the end, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, but it's someone from your past who is coming back, who knows what they did, who have given up on you or you have given up on them. But then, boom, they show up, they communicate. And then you really begin this intense and passionate new beginning with them. Here's the Eight of Cups, someone who's now walking away. So definitely this is someone who at one point, Cancer, walked away. They had to make the decision, but now they're back. They are back. But either you or them need to decide how things are going to move forward. You're having this passionate new beginning, but what's next? Is this person ready for commitment? Finally? Are you ready for commitment finally? Because certainly someone has opened their eyes to the connection. They're seeing that the love is still there. If you want a personal reading, please go to maxistarot.com. Cancer, this is a very exciting month of November for you. Come back and check your middle reading. Please hit like, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon for your, like I said, middle reading. Take care, Cancer. Bye-bye.